evening, everyone. Kalla here. Welcome to my live stream. Glad you could make it today. So today, some more SoulSet, where hopefully, we'll be getting into the final route of the game today. Because I believe we just need to find the red clue that is lurking on Fearthor's route, which we unlocked last time. And I had a little glance at the guide before I started today, and it looks like we need to be a little bit nicer to Fearthor. So I'm gonna find the first choice I made a save in for Fearthor. And work on it. Hello, Drag. How you doing? And yeah, I did look at a guide. It's basically just be a little bit nicer to Fearthor. I still want to slap him. Wait a second. I said the guide bit as you said that, huh? I think I loaded something too early. Just a second. Slapping him was before we got on his route, I'm pretty sure. There we go. Here's where we apparently have to be slightly nicer to Fearthor. Fine. Why not? Sure, why not? Splendid. I actually have a few more questions I'd like to ask you. Have we unlocked the skip again? Yes, we have. Do-do-do. Fine. I don't mind us sharing my mana pool. I still don't like how you did this behind my back, hoping I won't notice, but fine. I don't mind us sharing our mana pool. Sorry, sharing my mana pool, even. I guess we'll be dying together. Isn't that just romantic? I see your sense of humor hasn't changed, at least. Well, are we going to take that bath before it gets dark? I mean, I'd rather not, but sure. How old are we, Fearthor? Right, I'm just gonna make a save. Have I been nice enough to him yet? Because that does sound seriously messed up. And absolutely not. Ha! There we go. Shit, you just... Did we reach our limit? I'm afraid so. Correction, though. It seems I have reached my limit. Wait. You never realized, did you? I cut the link between us while we were in the bathhouse. What? Don't tell me you distracted me with that kiss again. Why? You said it would make no difference to me. It still doesn't. Whether I'll get to live a few minutes more or whether you'll get to do it, it still doesn't change the fact that we're both going to die. But since you were willing to share your energy with me, I suppose that struck a nerve. Don't tell me your cold heart got moved by something like that. Don't misunderstand me now. I realized something in the meantime. It actually might make a difference. As long as my assumption is correct. I want you to make use of your remaining time and go talk to the brat. To Marco. Tell him that my dying wish was to let you jump. To let me jump. Some last words of advice for you, Mariko. While the brat is currently my worst enemy, he might actually turn out to be your biggest ally. You should trust him and stick to his ideas. If my assumption is correct, he'll do everything to keep you alive. Are you being serious? Believe me, he cares about you more than he lets on. Go to him. Unless you want to get off on watching me die here. Theathor. I'm sorry, Mariko, but this history holds no happy endings for the two of us. If you're still determined to look for any, you need to do so elsewhere. Now go, you don't have much time left. Marco? Hey. If you're waiting for the book, Theathor just burned it. Right, I kind of assumed he'd do that. Well, he saved me the trouble. Were you also planning to burn it? Marco, wait. Theathor told me to go and talk to you. He said that his dying wish was to let me jump. Whatever that means. He knew I had a duplicate all along. Oh, are we gonna time travel? Of course, it was only logical to assume that. And I thought I was getting soft. Shit. My hand feels itchy all of a sudden. I have a terrible sense of deja vu. I'm not sure how time traveling would actually help us though. So maybe that's not it. Follow me. Wait, that's the same book Theathor just burned upstairs. Are there actually two of those? The one upstairs was a duplicate that came into existence because of an interrupted spell. You can thank Shear for that one. What? Listen, Mariko. I'm not sure what good this is going to do. It might as well be just a waste of mana. But I'm going to send your consciousness back in time. I'll try to direct you to before the card drawing, but you might end up wherever, really. This isn't something I'm able to control that easily yet. You want to send me back in time? Is this the beginning of this of the loops? Did we find the beginning of the loops? Hello, Nick. How you doing? I only have one request. If you do manage to end up before deciding who to pair up with, please choose anyone but me. If you choose me, all of this is going to be for naught. I mean, this isn't a route we could have ended up on first, because it required all those other unlocks first. It's because you never lost your memories, right? I never lost my memories, no. But that's because I never had any memories of my own to begin with. Marco? What are you? Marco? Wait, what? What do you mean? I wasn't even here when the barrier went up, Mariko. What? You weren't here? Remember how I said that I saw such a barrier from the outside once before? I actually lied about that. You lied about it? I never saw the barrier from the outside. You were the one who did, Mariko. Wait, Marco, are you me? Is Marco Mariko? Kinda. Like, is he part of us? I probably sound like a broken record by now, but I am so confused. Back when you got cursed, you had no idea what to do. Neither you or Fearthor did. You were starting to fall apart. Every minute counted in your condition. Fearthor decided to put up the barrier, hoping to buy time and find some kind of a solution to keep you alive. You stayed outside of the barrier back at the time. Ah. That's why Fearthor was running out of time faster, I guess, because he'd already been in one? And while you waited those 10 minutes, Fearthor researched whatever means he could for almost a whole year. He didn't manage to find a spell that could cure your condition, but he did find a way to postpone it. He managed to master the spell during his stay inside of the barrier. He also taught it to you afterwards, so you'd be able to survive on your own, but... Oh wait, is Marco like just our memories, maybe? That's how Fearthor used up his time inside of the barrier. And also the reason why he couldn't stay inside of it for much longer than he did right now. So, this claw was Fearthor's idea. And in a sense, he sacrificed something of his in order to save my life. But because he did that for me, now he's Life can be cruel, don't you think? Does this mean Theodore actually cared about me? Despite denying it so many times? Why didn't he tell me anything? Marco, how do you know all this? Why are you even telling me this now after he's... Do you want an honest answer? That guy was a bad person. To you and to everyone else. I wanted him to have a taste of his own medicine. Yeah, I simply wanted him to die. Although, I guess, deep inside, a part of me was also hoping that you could forgive him. Forgive him? Come on, let's do this. You don't have much time left. Marco? Do you think you were actually in love with him? With Theodore? Why do you ask? Yeah, sorry. You don't have to answer that. I was just curious, I guess. Have a safe trip, Mariko. Oh? Congratulations! Congratulations, dear daughter of mine! I'm so proud. I'm happy for you, my lady. A sprite for Ishin! We hadn't actually seen him before, right? Thank you, both of you. Did you think of any names yet? Oh no! Oh no. Is Marco actually Mariko's kid from the timeline Theodore pulled her out of, basically? Is that who Marco is? No, because then that still doesn't make sense as to why he knows the things that happened in this branch. I have actually. If it's a girl, I'll name her Maria. And if it's a boy, I'll name him... Oh no! Marco. I really like that name. Oh no! Number of red clues found in Theodore's route. 1. Number of red clues found overall. 6 of 6. There's no silver clues in Theodore's route, but we have them all. No orange, but we have them all. We found all the red clues. Okay. So here's the thing. Marco said anyone but him. However, these clues are red. Which tells me that they should be unlocking something with Marco. So we pick Marco, right? I'm not gonna look at the guide for this. I'm not. It's just the start of the game. Well, we went through an ending, so we are back looped around. So basically, where Marco sent our consciousness back to. I'm just going to pick some things. Let's go look at the barrier. In that case, it shouldn't matter what Marco said. Yeah. Give Shearer a name. Sorry, give Shearer a name even. What happens if I actually pick Shear? What happens then? What? That's pretty similar to my name. And also part of the reason why I suggested it. You two look alike. It'd be easy to remember, right? Sure, why not? I like it. So we do get a little thing if we give her the right name. Oh dear, I just remembered something. Oh, what is it? My name. I think Mariko was right. My name really is Shear. Hey, we got this coded in over here as well. That's cool. Wait, seriously? What? Mariko, how did you know? No, that was not my Shear voice at all. Was it? Where was my Shear voice? I don't remember. I didn't. It was simply the first thing that came to my mind somehow. Huh. So, could it be that we knew each other before? I have no idea. Okay, so that means Shear and me really do have similar names. The question is, does that mean anything, or is it just coincidence? Okay. Doesn't really matter where I'm going now, does it? If we're aiming for Marco's, then let's go hang out with Shira. And Yvonne. Now you want to know what would happen if we gave her the name of someone else? Yeah, I feel like someone would just be like, no, that's my name. Try a different name. Or something. Well, let's pick a card, any card. Second from the left. And check just in case I'll believe in the heart of the cards. I know you've given me the king, Marco. Alright, I am making the assumption that we are spinning this last route off of Marco's. You seem suspicious, Marco. No. Trustworthy or suspicious? Suspicious. Oh, we hadn't actually chosen this before. You seemed like the most suspicious of the group. Oh no, wait, we did. We had got that, so it just wasn't working. Okay. Yeah. I don't need to swap them. You were with me the whole time, right? What are we eating? Whatever we want. Let's have cake. What if the truth isn't that complicated? Just give me some tea. Why not? Break them up. Locked door. This is when nothing changes at all, right? Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Well, the thing is, I wonder if it matters for affection, which is why I try and check what the person I'm aiming for is having. That's basically my reasoning on it. Right. Well, I'm not going to actually go look at a guide for the actual route we're aiming for. I want to check. Oh, no, never mind. Ah, yes, because I only looked at the guide for Marco's route to try and get that other clue, didn't I? That was it. So we don't have any information. That's fine, right? But I think we're gonna pass on bath time with the girls. And go for bath time with Marco instead. Let's go for 16. And you're awfully close right now, Marco. I am definitely not trying to kiss him now. Oh no. Marco's still gone missing, hasn't he? Okay, I was hoping that that would change. Sure, give me the wine. And a shoulder lean. Okay, no, so maybe it doesn't come off of here. Alright, maybe I do need the guide. Oh, right. I know where I messed up now. No, you know that card choice that turned up? I picked the wrong one on that, apparently. Kalla Shear again. No, when I went for trust in the heart of the cards, apparently I was supposed to actually look at the card. Check it just in case. Oh, that's not a king. I was wrong. I didn't get to draw the king. I got the 9. And that means... So, are we going to stand here all day? Who has the king? I do. Yvonne, you lucky devil. Who's it gonna be? I would like to pair up with Mr. Apris, if that's alright with everyone. Oh yeah, the 9 was the lowest card. It was the lowest option, right? That means we don't get to choose. For real? Mr. Grumpy Pants? Yes. And I happen to draw the queen. Shira, would you mind pairing up with me? Sure, I don't mind. So that leaves me with Marco. Hey, I didn't choose it, Marco. Marco? Hey, dude, are you okay? You look really pale. He really is pale. Marco? Are you not feeling well? Oh dear, Mr. Marco. Shit, is that blood? I'm just... Whoa, whoa. No, I suspect that this is the route now, because different things are happening. Because, like, every other time he has deliberately given us the king. Whereas this time he gave us the 9. So that we wouldn't get a choice in matters. But I think in that regard he underestimated, well, he didn't think about everyone else, about how Shear's definitely going to pick Shearer if she can pick, right? And clearly Yvonne's definitely going to pick Apris if she can. Caught you. Marco? What the hell is wrong with him? I have no idea. He's burning up. He has a fever? Did Mr. Marco catch a cold? Did he send both of our consciousnesses back at the same time? Nosebleed. And I'm not sure if this is a simple fever. I'm going to take him outside. It's colder out in the courtyard. What happened? He just passed out on us out of the blue. I found a handkerchief. Here, Miss Mariko. Actually, would you mind staying with him here for a moment, Yvonne? Huh? Well, I don't mind, but... I don't know why, but all of a sudden I seem to... Shear, could you two come with me for a moment? Are we gonna go find an invisible wardrobe and pester people? Shira and I? What do you need us for? Marco should be safe with Yvonne. Shira, I want you to concentrate and tell me if you notice anything unusual among the walls. Somewhere around here. I don't seem to remember the exact spot. Just the fact that a corridor is supposed to be somewhere around here. Ah, we're going to be making things go faster, are we? What? Yeah, we've got to make it go faster because Marco is running out of time, right? Just trust me. Shit, you're right. There's something wrong with this wall. That's what we're looking for, thanks. Mariko, did you just... This wall is a bloody illusion. What the hell? How did you know of this? Wait, are you the mastermind behind it all? Are you dragging us somewhere just to kill us? How did you see through my evil plan, Shira? Shear? Yes? Could you try opening this door? There's a padlock on it, but... Hey, wait up! You know Shear is good at lockpicking. And how do you know she is, Shira? Shit, how do I know? What the hell? Well, I could give it a try. But I would need some kind of wire, a strong one preferably. Something like a hairpin would do. Shira should have some metal wires inside of her corset. And now you want me to sacrifice my outfit for the greater good? Well, if you'd rather be stuck in here forever. Fine, I'll bite. Only if you tell me what's behind those doors to begin with. I'm not about to foolishly unleash a horde of Cerberuses on us. A kitchen. With lots of food. For real? Meat included. I swear, if it turns out you're lying about this... There you go. You're honestly skillful in these things. Thanks, Shear. Well, you weren't lying about this. Okay, now that that's done... I'm going back for Marco. Ah, yes. We're going to put the person with the fever in the freezer. Because that sounds sensible. Well, actually, I guess in a way... Which route was it that Marco exploded in? Because we don't want that to happen, I guess. Into the cold storage? We know he has a fever, but isn't that a little extreme? Hey, wait up! Why do I get this odd feeling of dread? And that if we don't keep his temperature down, he's not going to make it. How is he doing? He's still unconscious. The bleeding stopped for now. However, I'm not sure if it's just me, but his fever seems to be getting worse. Alright then, off we go. Miss Mariko? We could ask Mr. Apris for help if you want to carry him somewhere. I'll be fine. Marco doesn't weigh that much. He is heavier than Shear, though. How do I even know that? Shear? Yes. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. I got it covered. Huh? I'll be in the cold storage if you need me. In the cold storage? Hey, wait up! I'm coming with you. You don't have to follow me, Shearer. What the hell is up with all of that cryptic talk? And all the things that happened in the hidden corridor earlier? Don't expect me to just ignore that. I want some bloody answers from you. Huh? What was that? Sweet mother of heart attacks! What the hell was that? I think that was Fearthor getting mad and looking for the book. I think. Did you see that light? It would have been hard to ignore it. Wait. Oh! Oh! What? I assume that the answer to why Fearthor would be awake would be that I think Marco was the one who knocked him out and stuffed him inside a wardrobe. in the first place while he was down there making the potions. But also he appears to have exploded, so... Holy shit, is that? I know what Shearer is thinking because I'm thinking the same thing. But... Marco has his limbs intact. Wait, is that a... How many Marcos are there? Or is that Theothil's? I don't remember who wore gloves like that. If that isn't his hand, then whose hand is it? Wait, is everyone else... all right? What? Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that icon a little closer than it was? Did the barrier just shrink? Yeah. Is that barrier... We don't have access to the courtyard anymore. It does look that way, doesn't it? The border of the bubble got closer to the mansion. Wait, weren't Shearer, Yvonne and Apris out by the fountain? They were. And they still are. I can barely see them, but there's no doubt. They're on the other side of the barrier. Holy shit, you're right. They're just standing there. Hey, Sheer, Yvonne. So it's, us, Shearer and Marco then. I'm glad we get to spend more time with Shearer. Can you guys hear us? Save your breath, Shearer. They won't react. It's probably because of the time difference. Time difference? Time inside of the barrier flows differently than outside. For real? Marco is the one who's supposed to be explaining that to us. Sorry, Shearer. I know I'm probably making little sense at the moment. I simply started remembering some odd things. I can kind of see that. Wait, does this mean the others got out of the barrier and we're the only ones still trapped in here? In a sense. Though, that doesn't necessarily mean they aren't in bigger danger than we are right now. What do you mean? Shearer, we'll talk more later. I really need to get into the cold storage or he's going to die. What are you even waiting for then? I'm not really the expert here, but are you sure this is a good idea? Fever or no, he could go into shock or something. Not to mention, you should really put on something warmer if you want to stay here with him. You're right. I'll go look for a blanket. Will you stay with him for a moment? Sure, I can do that. Shearer, I can trust you, right? Yeah, you can trust me. Empress found a blanket for me somewhere around here. I'm sure I'll be able to find one as well. Shit. My mind's a mess. How do I know these things? When did all those things happen? How is he? Still non-responsive. But I guess the low temperature in here is helping? Hey, what are you... Okay, I know you want him to cool down, but at least let the guy have his clothes on. I'm not planning to strip him. I just want to check something out. Okay, yeah. Marco's hand does look like that. Marco, why is there a dismembered hand of yours? Just existing? Just as I thought. Oh, what the? Are those bruises? His whole hand is practically black. Wait, is that part of the spell for extending our life? Or is it just that he's cursed the same way, or... Mariko? Hey, wait up! We shouldn't leave him in there on his own. Sorry, I just need a moment to think. I'll be right back. The demon isn't here yet. She always appeared on this side later on. No. Not mine. Anne is the granddaughter of a different me. Would that make the demon-possessed girl Marco's daughter? I have nothing to do with her. She was never born in this timeline. She appeared from the same timeline Fearthought came from. And... Wait. Marco? That can't be true. Wow, there's a whole island here. Yeah, and the mausoleum over there is the bathhouse. Neat. Okay, let's go back to Marco. He hasn't moved an inch. I think it's helping, though. His skin isn't as hot anymore. You're right. His fever seems to have gone down, at least. But wait, isn't he getting a bit too cold to the touch now? And is it just me, or did he get even more pale? Don't tell me. Shit, Mariko, he didn't just die on us, did he? Marco? Oh no, mister, you're not doing this to me now. Wake up. Come on, wake up. You don't have to shout. You're alive. So, it seems. And did you bring me here? You should get a kick in the butt for making us worry like that. You were worried about little old me? If you can joke like that, then I'm guessing you'll be fine. Shit. He's bleeding again. Marco, what the hell is happening to you? Well, from what I gather, I may have gotten a serious case of soul sickness. Soul sickness? It usually happens when your body and mind come under severe stress and fall out of sync. What? I guess I overdid it. How big is the backyard for the barrier not to affect it? Yeah, good question. Maybe it's just not a circle anymore, the barrier. Hey! No, don't hit the floor. Stay here with us. No, stay with us here. And now he's shivering. Out! Okay. We have a choice. I would like to make a save. Because, who knows, we might need to come back here. Upstairs or the bathhouse? He's currently very cold. I feel like taking him to the bathhouse would be too much of a thermal shock. Although maybe a giant shock to the body system might fix the issue. Who knows? Upstairs to an actual bed, I think. Should we take him upstairs? I guess that's the warmest and safest option for now. Let's get him under some covers. That should warm him up, right? Is he producing his own body heat, Shearer, or does one of us need to get under the blankets with him? I guess this is as good of a place as any. Let's get him on the bed. I'll give him my blanket too. There. Now he's all snug and warm. He's ice cold. Oh. He stopped shivering. Oh, good. Far from good. I think it means he's going into hypothermia. Yeah, shivering is a rather important thing your body does to try and keep you warm, I think. Oh, come on, give us a break. Mariko, what does it look like? And getting under the sheets with him. Sharing body heat is the best way to get warm, isn't it? Really? That's all you want to share? What's so funny? The fact that you're using this as an excuse? And the moment he wakes up, oh boy, I need to see this. Shearer, I am not taking advantage of this boy, who is probably my son. Or not mine, but... Man, timelines are weird. You seem oddly familiar with this kind of scenario, Shearer. Been reading too many shady novels, I'm guessing. Hey! I like my novels the way they are, thanks. Tea or join us? I mean, warm tea is not going to help until he's awake again. So, how about you help me out here? Is there room for 3 on the bed? You want me to get under the sheets with you? Whatever helps in keeping him alive. I'll think about it. Be right back. You actually asked her that. Marco, you're awake. Oh, good. I could have sent Shearer to get some tea. How do you feel? Hot and cold at the same time. Dizzy, nauseous. As if I had the worst hangover of my life. I won't lie, I feel like shit. And kind of like I'm about to die any minute. Whoa there, not on my watch. Come here, I'll try and warm you up. Aww. His whole body feels like ice. I find this situation oddly ironic. Because I was the one who asked you to be my personal heater. You remembered that. I'm not sure what it is that I remember, but I think you made me jump back in time. So we both ended up here. You remember that too? Haven't you realized it by now? I was jumping through timelines this whole time myself. Ah! Yeah, that makes sense. And after I told you not to pair up with me under any costs, we ended up together anyway. I'm still not sure I understand how that's a bad thing, though. It's because we're incompatible with each other. Oh, for Soulstone purposes. We're incompatible? Well, I'm incompatible with just about anyone, so it's not your fault. I was hoping to find a timeline where you would pair up with anyone but me and then merge with them with the Soulstone's help. That was our best bet at getting out of this whole mess alive. But it never happened. Oh no! Marco's only been playing with the bad ends! Poor Marco. Didn't it? You also chose me the first time I saw you draw the king. So, I suppose now we went full circle. So he's been looping since his route. I chose you the first time? But paired up with Yvonne last time, didn't I? Or was it Apris? Damn! How do any of these memories fit together? I can't tell what happened when. You two look cozy. Is the Sleeping Beauty awake? Here you go, drink this. That's not tea, is it? No, it's wine. I warmed it up and added some spices in. Ah! Mulled wine, huh? Well, that makes sense as to what Shearer would go and get as a hot drink, I guess. It should help. Thanks. Come on, give me your legs. Oh, did you consider my offer after all? Shut up. Damn, you really are freezing. Whoa, dude, your heart is hammering like crazy. Is it because of your condition? Or are you just excited to have Mariko this close to you? Who knows? Maybe it's your doing. Yeah, if you're able to pull lines like such as that, you can't be feeling that bad. Although, I can't deny that Mariko's breasts are pressing against my back while we're like this. Is that a complaint? Of course not. Aren't you the lucky one? Did I fall asleep? Oh, good. Marco seems warm to the touch again. Does that mean it helped? Is the worst over? Oh, Shearer seems to be awake. Did Marco fall asleep as well? Wait. Ha! Yes. Yes, because Marco... Wait a second. Well, we did know he knew illusion spells, didn't we? Well, isn't this a suspicious hair colour, Mr. Marco? I have a new theory. Is Marco our kid from an entirely different branch, involving Theodore? Or is he some kind of created being? Why's your hair black, Marco? I was waiting for you to wake up. He's been like that for a while now. Why is his hair... Illusion magic. Seems the spell he had on himself wore off. I had a feeling he'd been concealing his normal appearance, but, well, now it's evident. What was the point in hiding his black hair? Well, I guess it's identity hiding. I assume. I think I remembered some things too. You remembered something? Yeah. Though I'm not sure how to even tackle the things that suddenly came into my mind. And even his eyes. Marco? How do you feel? A lot better. Thank you, both of you. I think you might have saved my life. Thank Mariko, not me. She's the one who took care of you. But you helped. And besides, wouldn't you have done the same for me if she wasn't around? What? You honestly think I'm that kind of person? I don't think you are. I know you are. You don't know me! I would have left you to die in that icebox any time. Of course you would. Shira never changes. Well, I believe you two have some things to talk about. Call me if you need me. Did I miss something? I think you might have. Marco, your hair and eye color? Oh. I'm guessing it's wore off. That's right, I'm guessing it wore off. No harm done, let me just... There, good as new. Yeah, I guess his eyes did change color. So I was like, but weren't they? But weren't they green before? I guess they're not. I guess they're more grey. Although I should really consult the preview over on the screen that is less blue. Yeah, okay. They're grey in this form. Well, have you figured it out yet? You must have a bunch of theories by now. Yes! Yes, I do, Marco! Please, could you confirm whether any of them are correct? shit. Okay. I'm making a save on that one. I had 3 of those theories. This one, that one, and this one down here. Can't say I ever went with the idea of him being Theothal's brother. Or this someone who took Theothal's place. Where do I even start? Where do I even start? Are you my son? Which I'm hoping is not the correct answer. I mean, maybe this bottom one is the most accurate possible one, but we're gonna start with, are you my son? I guess that's the first of the theories anyway. Are you my son? Would it freak you out if I was? Considering we kissed, you know, there's one thing that had me wondering. When we met for the first time down in the basement, when I introduced myself as Marco, you seemed confused. Why were you confused, Mariko? Because the name sounded familiar to me. It sounded familiar to you? That's interesting. How is it interesting? Because that name shouldn't mean anything to you. Not here. When you sent my consciousness back in time, I had a vision. Or a memory? I'm not sure what it was. In that memory, I said I would name my child Marco if it turned out to be a boy. You remembered something like that? That must have given you a scare, huh? You can relax, Mariko. I'm not related to you in any way. Oh, good! Glad we got that one out of the way. Actually, that crosses off several of my theories, Marco. Thank you very much. Are you sure? Positive? Okay. I mean, we may as well work through them all, but through them all from top to bottom, right? I'm assuming that this one at the bottom is the correct option. So, if you're not my son, are you Theothal's? Are you Theothal's son? Like father, like son, huh? I wonder who's the bigger tease. I assumed Theothal told you he's unable to have children, though. Yeah, but what if from before, though? He did, but That applies to after he drank the potion. What about before that? Smart observation. I know, Fearthor never had any children. He's not my father. Thank heavens for that. Okay, are you related to him in other ways? Are you Fearthor's brother? My personality would make sense then, wouldn't it? Your hair and eye color, too. Speaking of which, why did you hide it? To make myself less suspicious in your eyes, I guess. Black hair and emerald green eyes would have made you suspicious of me at first glance, wouldn't they? Especially when you seem to remember some things about Fearthor. Well, I still found you suspicious. That you did. Well, can we double check you're not Fearthor? I'm pretty sure this is not the answer. Are you Fearthor himself? Don't you think there might be a contradiction to that theory? Wait, you're right. Both Fearthor and you were there at the same time once. So, Right. The one that I assumed was the correct answer. You're someone who took Fearthor's place in this game. In a sense, that's true. But it was Fearthor himself who made me take his place. So, he was asking for it. And that still doesn't answer your question, does it? Well, you did come up with some good theories. And one of them is actually true. Wait, one of them is true? Am I interrupting? Of course I am. Damn it, Shira. This is the book you used to brew those potions with, isn't it? Well then, surprise, surprise! I remembered that I also know how to read Lyrian. Show me the page with that potion recipe of yours. Yeah, because that book doesn't have anything about potions, does it? Because that's the time travel book. There's no such thing as memory restoring potions, is there? Wait, you mean... It took a while for someone to figure that out. Congratulations, Shira. Congratulations, my ass! What the hell did you want us all to drink? It was a sleeping potion, I'm pretty sure, Shira. Just a harmless sedative that would knock you out for an hour or two. It gave Shira and I a bit of room to work with. What? Cher was in on this whole thing with you? She wasn't the best fit for the role, but she did play her part well enough. You never noticed, did you? Back when I was giving her a change of bandages in the hall. I actually used that as an excuse to give her a pair of instructions, along with some powder that would make the potions harmless for us. Wait, so you mean those face slaps were all played out? More like improvised. I'm sorry, Mariko, but I actually lied about not leaving your side when we drank the potions together. Shear was stuck with Shira back at the time. I was almost positive Shira wouldn't agree to drink the potion with anyone, so I had to be the one to place the note in the library. Shear was... Wait, what the hell are you talking about? We didn't get to drink the potions because you... Hey, wait. If all of this was a ruse to begin with, why the hell did you want us to drink those potions in pairs? That makes any goddamn sense. Oh, but it makes perfect sense. See, even if you decided not to drink the potions with your partner, in the end, you had to consider all kinds of factors involved and share your thoughts on the matter. Like, whether you trusted me enough, if the potions really were what I said they were, and then if you trusted one another enough to actually drink them in your presence. That kind of problem-solving required teamwork. It was a good excuse to make you work together. The means justified the ends. You wanted us to trust one another? Ah, yes. Because you had it on you the whole time, except for that one time it was in the wine bottle. Our one and only ticket out of here. You were the one who had the stone all along? Inside of his pouch to boot. Not always. Not always? Sometimes I had it, sometimes Shear had it. The same could be said about the note. So my hunch was right. You were the mastermind behind everything all along. Be glad you're sick and bedridden, because otherwise I would totally punch you right now. Feel free to do it any other time. You're not even denying it anymore. Did it ever cross your mind to just, drop the whole pretense and simply tell us the truth? Are you being serious? If someone had told me straight out they want me to trust and open up to someone just to get out of here, I would have flipped them the finger without a second thought. I mean, trust isn't something you can just force yourself to feel, is it? Our whole situation needed a careful approach. I can kind of understand where you're coming from. But that still doesn't justify all this. Besides, why do you keep talking as if... Holy shit! What is this crap? Did we actually drink those potions at some point? Why do I remember stuff that didn't happen? Oh! How many people did you loop on this last loop, Marco? Shira, you're also remembering things from other timelines? Other timelines? Oh, wait, is that what's happening here? You have got to be kidding me. Ever since we got separated from the others, my mind's been getting assaulted with all kinds of confusing crap. Come to think of it, that's also when we got separated. Ah yes, Marco, you didn't know that. Also, dude, look at that. Explain that to us. Yeah, why is your hand on the floor, Marco? I see. You see? What the hell do you see? In one of the timelines, when Mariko paired up with you, Shira. Ah! Was that the time when you exploded, Marco? Which would be why I kept forgetting which one it was, because it was the first one I did. Oh no, it's the demon. It was the demon death. It was the dismembered by demons. And the large amounts of fire in the basement. Wait, was that it? We had a bit of a demon problem on our hands. I figured I'd try getting rid of it while sending that demon back in time, with the same spell I've been using myself all along. But she interrupted me while I was casting it, and the whole thing went haywire. Oh, that's what caused the fire, Marco? I'm guessing that demon's body ended up here. It had to make an anomaly in space and time, and that's what tore the barrier apart. Marco? Are you telling me? What? Along with the limb I also lost back at the time. Perhaps that anomaly is currently what's making you remember things that happened in different dimensions. How odd. Yeah, but doesn't that mean that Veren's in here with us? Or does it not? Odd doesn't even begin to describe it. So, the bruises you have on your hand right now, they've gotten a little better since my last jump, but I remember how I said I was having a serious case of soul sickness? That's what happens when your soul remembers different things compared to your own body. I lost my hand, and that's what my consciousness registered. So, when I jumped into another timeline, into a body that still had that limb intact, my mind had a misinformation clash. Once your mind and body get out of sync too much, well, weird things start to happen, as you can see. Not to mention, I've been overdoing it with the jumping at this point. Each single jump takes a toll on you, making it worse and worse. We can... If we went back through all of the routes, we could probably track the order of Marco's jumps, actually. Because sometimes he's running out of time way faster, right? Not that I'm going to do that at the moment, but It would be an interesting exercise. Oh, wait, so what you're saying is... Shira? No wonder I feel so out of sorts. Shit, I think I died once. Not once. Marco, are you telling us that every timeline you've experienced is going to start affecting us right now? Yeah, because that would be not fun. I died a lot of times, Marco. No, wait. You weren't jumping directly like I was. If you're just gaining some memories from those other dimensions, that's all they are. Your souls should be fine despite everything. The only thing that should be affecting you is the timeline you appeared from yourself, Mariko. The one where you found Fierthor down in the basement. And nothing bad happened to you there, so you should be... About that, Marco! I need to fix my curse. Because it's progressing, I think. I was losing my hand at that point, Marco. Shit. That asshole leached off your mana pool, didn't he? Man, I was also going to say that one. Yes, my mana pool is low, Marco. Is that important? Mariko, your soul's mana pool doesn't get refilled while you're jumping. I can't keep jumping back and forth through infinity like this either. There was always a limit to this. And those 2 months we initially had, to be honest, this might be the end of the line. For the both of us. Also, in case you're wondering, I can't just cast this spell out of the blue either. It requires a great amount of mana, which I've been running low on more and more. I had to stay longer and longer in each timeline, waiting for my energy to regenerate before I could use it properly again. So, Marco, when you went... So when he went missing in his own route, it's because he jumped himself back? I guess that was quite early, right? I was about to ask if you can't just send the 3 of us somewhere else. So much for that idea, I guess. So, what do we do? I don't know. At this point, I'm honestly out of ideas. Hey, don't give up on us. You owe us a bit more enthusiasm, if anything. Not to mention you have to take some responsibility for your actions. Would you mind if I took a look at that holy and mighty book of yours? You won't understand a thing from it, Shira. Most of the spells aren't even written in a language that's used anymore. All the more reason for you to show it to me. Yeah, didn't Shira just tell us just a little while ago, Marco? It's down in the basement. Shelf above the tables. Second one from the left, green cover, you can't miss it. But didn't Shira grab it? Never mind. Oh, maybe it was a different book that was used for the potions. Maybe that's it. Right? Right. Got it. Care for some tea, Mariko? You said that Cher and you have been leaving that note for us to find depending on the situation. Has Cher been jumping through timelines as well? No, she only did it once. By mistake to boot. By mistake? She interrupted me down in the basement. The very first time I wanted to jump. And because she did that, her consciousness jumped back in time instead. As for me, well, I did follow suit, but not the way I was supposed to. Not only did my consciousness get sent back in time, but my whole body as well, along with the book. Ah, that's the problem with the two books. And with there being two Marcos. Wait. And that's how there were two copies of it. Wait, you don't mean... Yes, there were two copies of Marco all of a sudden too. It was such a convenient coincidence that I appeared at the same time the other me was preparing the potions down in the basement. All I needed to do was knock him out and take his place. Nobody would know the difference. Wait, what? I stuffed my other self in the wardrobe you guys so eagerly tended to open at times. But I also changed him back to his true... What?! Marco, what?! What?! Damn it, Marco! But I also changed him back to his true self before doing that. I was hoping he simply wouldn't wake up anymore. I'm not your son, Mariko. I just borrowed his name. It was the first thing that came to my mind when I had to introduce myself as someone else. Marco, what the fuck?! You... fearful? Hello, Mariko. Actually, should I be using my Fearthor voice then? Hello, Mariko. Well, no, never mind. We're gonna keep with Marco voice. Well, you could say I'm Fearthor, but at the same time, I'm not Fearthor anymore. Fearthor and we're sort of like the same entity, but we're not the same person. I'm someone who holds access to all of Fearthor's memories, while not having any memories of my own. I didn't have any memories before I came into existence, that is. So the fact that you could both exist at the same time... it was because that spell duplicated you? Just imagine Fearthor's surprise. I told you, didn't I? That Fearthor couldn't stay inside of the barrier anymore since he'd already used up his mana pool. Well, this was his way of trying to trick the barrier. He used a time spell on himself. Oh, so you're a younger version of Fearthor? He wanted to send himself back in time and make his body revert to the point where his mana pool wasn't used up yet. What the spell actually did, though, I think it simply modified his soul's essence to a small degree. But it did give the desired outcome. I look younger, and the barrier does think I'm a different person altogether, with a new mana pool at my disposal. I don't feel like Fearthor anymore. I look at him as a separate person. And honestly, I'm pretty critical in regards to his way of thinking, in case that wasn't obvious yet. I find it hard to even identify with him. So essentially, Fearthor, in an attempt to trick the barrier, made himself into a totally different person who looked back at his own memories and went, wow, I was a piece of shit. Both have views and feelings. We're different. So, wait. Fearthor's consciousness is simply stuck somewhere inside of you? No. He's not stuck anywhere. Wait! That's why whenever we left the barrier, Marco wasn't with us anymore, except for that one time when he was, because Fearthor wasn't out there. Huh. Wait. He's just a part of me, like I'm a part of him. Hey, so I guess about an hour or so ago when I went, hey, is Marco kind of part of Mariko? I guess I had it slightly off. But I was in the right ballpark. Hello, Brian. Welcome to the stream. I'm still Fearthor, Mariko. A different Fearthor. And I'm also Marco now. So, the whole flirting and then your sudden backpedaling. Was that all an act? Was this whole thing just a game to you? How am I doing? I'm tired. But other than that, I'm good. I'm also... My brain is starting to hurt. It wasn't just a game. Look. I do have insights into your history with Fearthor. But none of those things happened with the current me. When we got closer, it all felt new to me. And surprisingly different. Different? I don't want to make you upset, but I don't think Fearthor ever truly loved you, Mariko. Well, no shit, Marco. Hell, that guy doesn't even know what love is. And you do? Marco, you've been alive for all of... Actually, how long technically have you been alive now, Marco? Like 2 months? I don't get this, Marco. Is this spell permanent? Are you going to stay like this forever now? They can still change back. And the plan always was for me to change back once this whole thing was over. And if I do change back, I'll go back to being Fearthor. Once that happens, I won't be able to change into Marco ever again. The same thing applies the other way around. Once I stay too long like this, I won't be able to change back to Fearthor anymore either. So, that decision needs to be made sometime soon. What would be your decision? To be completely honest, being Fearthor was easier. In a lot of ways. Not only does he not care about a lot of things I find myself caring about, he's also a lot more stable emotionally than I am. Meanwhile, being the way I am now, it's kind of scary. Let me tell you, being a teenager for the second time in your life sucks. Are your hormones running rampant again? Don't even get me started on that. The prospect of staying like this for long years to come. Right. You won't age while being Marco either, right? Oh gosh! Permanent teenager! Yeah, I can understand why you turned back most of the time. You would basically be stuck in the body of a teenager for another eternity. Well, it could have always been worse. At least I don't look 5. And all in all, I got to experience new things while being like this, so I'm not really complaining. Things like what? Things like letting myself trust someone, for instance. It took time, and it still scares the hell out of me, but... Mind if we get some fresh air? yes, Marco, the time you ended up with Shira. Is that what's relevant there? It doesn't look like the barrier dislocated that much on this side. There you go, Drag. That's the answer to that. The barrier just didn't really move much on this side. You know, you tried using the Soul Stone with Fearthor once. It was a waste of stone. Is that why you think we're incompatible? But you're different now, aren't you? Why do you think it's still a bad idea in itself? Because there's something Fearthor has been keeping secret from you. He never found the courage to tell you about something very crucial to your life, and that's probably the reason why the whole trust thing never worked with you. Does that have anything to do with fiancés? The fact that he was apparently betrothed to my granddaughter? No, it's not that. For the record, that was family arranged. Anne was Fearthor's fiancée before he even got to meet her. He wasn't very happy about the whole idea. I see. Well then, whatever that secret is, why don't you tell me about it now then? It's not like we have much to lose at this point, do we? I suppose. How much did Fearthor tell you? Well, he told me that he appeared from another timeline. That his mother had sent him 50 years into the past. And that he wanted to kill me at first. But he didn't. He told you more than I expected he would then. But I'm guessing he didn't give you the full story. After Fearthor appeared in this timeline, he wanted to change history, so that the things he ran away from wouldn't come back to haunt him again. Didn't it ever occur to you that it was a tad too convenient that he appeared back in that forest to help you? I mean, he's the one who set fire to the house in the first place, surely, right? Yep. Mariko, it was no coincidence that your mansion went up in flames. That was all Fearthor's doing. He wanted to get rid of the whole Blair-Nutt bloodline altogether. He went after your cousins, uncles, aunts. In the end, he went after your mother and you. Is he also the reason why my father never came back home? No. Fearthor wasn't responsible for that. Your father went missing when you were 6, didn't he? Fearthor wasn't in this timeline back at that time yet. But he was the reason why my mother died. And also the reason why Ishin... And despite all this, he just... Like he said, he wanted to kill you like all the others at first. But then he figured out that he's changed history enough as it is. You were the sole survivor of the Blair-Nutts. And something about you intrigued him. He assumed that you wouldn't survive the ritual he offered to perform for Ishin and you to begin with. But you did survive. And then the moment you introduced yourself, he was already thinking of ways to kill you. Then he decided to use you as a guinea pig for the potion. So he stayed with you for those couple of years until he finally figured out how to mix the ingredients together. To his surprise, you survived drinking it yet again. You just wouldn't die, Mariko. And then, despite everything, you stayed and looked after him when he drank the potion himself. Fearthor didn't really have the heart to kill you at that point anymore. Just don't get me wrong. What Fearthor did was horrible. And it's not my intention to justify his actions in any way. But I know it might be out of place for me, since I shouldn't speak for Fearthor when I'm like this. But right now, in this very moment, I do regret the things I did. I guess what I'm asking for here is your forgiveness. Okay, we are making a save on that one. Do we forgive Fearthor, Marco? I don't know how to refer to this one. I also need water. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Do I have it in my heart to forgive him? I mean, I understand Fearthor's reasoning. It's one of those ones where it's one of those things where you have the bad guy and you're like, well, I can see why you want to do this, but yikes. How about we try a different way? You know? I guess you had your reasons. You had your reasons. Honestly, I'm not sure I wouldn't have done the same in your case. Besides, if you hadn't done the things you did, I'd be dead right now. In a roundabout way, you actually saved my life. By killing a lot of other people. Although I guess all of those other people died to the demon, right? If you want to look at it that way, I suppose I did. Still, sorry for making things so difficult for you. It's just something I'll have to live with at this point. I'm actually grateful to you for everything you've done for me. Marco? Well, even if we manage to merge this time around, there's always a chance we might get killed confronting that demon, right? What do you say we make use of the time we have left? Honestly, you and Theodore are so much alike in so many ways at this point. Even with your memories gone, getting into people's pants seems to be a big hobby of yours. Yeah, what about Shira? Not that I'm complaining. I just find it amusing, that's all. You know, technically, I haven't done anything in 2 months. You sure you'll be able to handle me? I actually had something a lot more innocent than that in mind, dude. I actually had something more innocent in mind. Like, laying in bed and just talking about stuff. I mean, you were almost dying a little while ago. So now you want to torture me? Honestly, I didn't expect you to say something like that. But it's a nice change of pace. I wouldn't mind, Mariko. I'd love to spend some time with you, even like that. Mariko? Back in the bathhouse, when you kissed me, for the first time in my life I felt, well, butterflies in my stomach. Theodore was over 80 years old and he never experienced that kind of feeling. I think that says something. Is that what you were so surprised about? And then you backed away. Because it scared me. It scared you. Up till that point, I did see our interactions in a different light. I tried flirting with you, and you flirted back. It was a fun game I didn't mind playing. But then, things started getting serious. And I thought I wouldn't really care either way. But that single moment, it actually made me hesitate. All of a sudden, I hated the idea of leaving you to your death. That's why I left that page for you, hoping it might help you in any way, even though I knew it was hopeless to begin with. so this is why you started looping trying to save me then, is it, Marco? The only thing that made me want to stick to my plans at that point was the fact that I knew I would see you again in another timeline the next moment anyway. That's what kept me going. I needed to stick to my plans if I wanted us to have a chance of getting out of here alive. It's kind of ironic, really. Theothor wanted to do everything in his power to keep himself alive. Meanwhile, at this very moment, I want to do everything in my power to keep you alive. Marco, does it still scare you? Yes. I don't really know what love is supposed to feel like, but I'll admit, what I'm feeling for you right now is pretty overwhelming. It's way stronger than anything I've ever experienced before. I want to kiss him right now. We should probably move upstairs. Shira could walk in on us here. Shira could walk in on us anywhere. He's right, you know. Shira? Just keep it down. I want to be able to hear my own thoughts. Shira's just like, I don't care what you two are doing, I just do not want to hear it. I believe you're up to the task of becoming my personal heater again. If that's what the lady wishes. This time it's on the house. Just for you. Mariko? I will try using the stone with you in this form. You wonder if Shira kind of wishes she was outside of the barrier at this point. Yep. Shira's just like, why am I stuck in here with these two lovebirds? That kind of combination will hold lesser risks. And I'm more powerful like this, as far as magic goes anyway. You're more powerful like this? The fact that I turned physically weaker, it strengthened my spells, yes. Ah, so you're better at magic than Theothor, but worse at everything else. What do you know? But after that, if we do manage to kill that demon and survive all this, personally, I wouldn't mind changing back into Theothor. It was always the plan, and that's been something I assumed would happen all along. But at the same time, being like this has kind of grown on me. I wouldn't mind staying the way I am right now, either. Both options have their good and bad sides. So, I would like you to make this decision for me. You want me to decide? Yes. Let this be your decision, Mariko. I want you to choose which version of me you prefer. Well, I mean, Fearthor's a dick, so... You honestly want to leave something like that up to me? You're the one who's going to live on with this. If you did change back, would your feelings for me change? I have no idea. There's no telling what might happen. Whether I'll still care for you the way I do right now, or if something might change. For all I know, I could go back to being the asshole I always was. So, keep that in mind. He honestly wants to leave this up to me? Okay, let's make a save on that one. I mean, Fearthor's a dick. I like you better as Marco. But it also seems cruel to, but, like, equally, it feels cruel to subject Marco to an eternity as a teenager. Maybe it's Marco true and Fearthor true. Stay as Marco because Fearthor's a dick. I don't want to see him again. As much as although he's really fun to voice. And Marco voice is doing a number on my throat. Stay as Marco. I like you the way you are right now, Marco. I don't want you to disappear. Even if that means Fearthor won't be coming back anymore. Maybe that's for the best anyway. We could start things anew. Really? You'd like me to stay with you after everything? Yes. As long as you're fine with it. If you really feel that way. I would like to give us a second chance as well. No, a first chance. I'm not the man I used to be, and I never will. Honestly, I wouldn't be able to pull off the things Fearthor sometimes did, even if I tried. So, no more whores. Definitely no more whores. Never say never, Marco. Well, unless you wanted some yourself. Come on, let's do this. Hey, Soulstone usage ending theme again. It's been a while. I can answer that question, Drag. Ladies of the night. Does that help? There you are. This is where Theodore and I met, isn't it? Any particular reason why you came here? Just felt a little nostalgic, I guess. And the view here was always magnificent. Can't argue with that one. Apris has been awake for 3 days now. He'll probably pass out soon. Yvonne said she'll be the one to drink the potion this time, but... Isn't it ironic, Mariko? We got rid of one demon, and now we're involved with another. And they just can't seem to leave us alone. Ah yes, because Apris still has problems. It's like we're cursed or something. Well, hopefully this will be the last of them. After we fix Apris's problem, do you think we could go somewhere? Somewhere far away from here. We should probably leave for a few years anyway. The townspeople might start getting suspicious of us soon again. Or of you, at least. So yes, we should settle somewhere for a year or 5. Just the 2 of us. You sound like an old man, Marco. Well, I do happen to be 80 years old. Touché. But I do like that idea. A change of scenery would be nice. I'd love to see more of the outside world, especially when I remember so little of it. Perhaps it would be better if you never did get all of your memories back. Some things will be new and exciting for you once again. And to be honest, I like you the way you are right now. I'm less damaged, you mean? Something like that. You remind me more of the Mariko I first met. And you know, I'm starting to think that people just aren't designed to live longer than they should. Being nearly immortal gets to your head, sooner or later. Watching people around you grow old, feeling excluded and things like that. And getting bored of almost everything along the way, more or less. Well, you have me. Admit it. You didn't kill me because you were lonely. Oh, well. I'll try to keep you entertained for as long as I can. Thank you for everything, Mariko. I'm happy that I met you. Marco Truand! Yay! Congratulations! There are no clues to be found in Marco's true route. No! We're still looping! Yeah, it is the same, right? Yeah, we've got skip buttons. Alright, let's go back, let's go to the start menu. Yes, what does the ending board look like? Da-da-dun! Huh! You know? I still want to know what these are! What are these? Huh. Okay. So, like, this gap is Yvonne's normal, and Apris is normal, and Shira's normal, and Shear's normal end. Theothor true? Probably the secret route. I assumed that this was the secret route. Huh. Also, am I missing a Verin bad? Huh. Well. Well, I guess. I guess we're not done. We're not done until whatever's up here gets unlocked. Right. Theothorand? How about you go back to being Theothor, Marco? I don't want you to, but if you're sure about this, I'd like you to go back to being Theothor. Alright. If that's what you want, I won't complain. Though it still baffles me. After everything he's done. Just what do you see in that guy, Mariko? It's hard to put into words. It's an odd feeling, being jealous of another part of yourself. You're jealous? I always was. But not only like this. To be completely honest, whenever you flirted with me all those times, part of me was jealous of that. What? I suppose the Theothor in me is jealous that I took its place. So maybe there's still some hope left for that guy after all. I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. Forget it. May I have just one last request? What is it? Could you kiss me one last time? Aha! We can skip our way through that. Is the Sleeping Beauty going to wake up? Theodore? Rise and shine, love. Did we? We did. It's over. I have to admit, though, you surprised me. In the end, you preferred the cynical asshole over the caring boy. I mean, I didn't, Theodore, but we're doing this for completeness' sake, alright? Caring boy, my ass. Marco was more fucked in the head than you are. Even with your memories gone, I suppose I really damaged you over all these years. I like my taste the way it is, Theodore. Of course you do. What's not to love about you? Is that sarcasm? Not this time. I mean, Drag, I wasn't going to go for 100% completion. But those two locked spaces at the top are really bothering me now. That brat made me understand a lot of things. How did you ever manage to put up with me, Mariko? I'm still wondering about that myself. I suppose I'm just as crazy as you are. Crazier. I must say, though, that was an eye-opening experience, in more ways than one. I promise to treat you better from now on. Who are you, and what have you done to the real Theodore? I believe a certain fake redhead is to blame for his disappearance. Okay, that is Theodore Truand. Okay. There are no clues to be found in Marco's true roots. So it is still defined as that then, huh? Okay. To the start menu again. Right, so that will have shown up over there. Yes, okay. What are these? Yes, the achievements I got was for Theodore's true ending there. Did I get an achievement for Marco's? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, so according to the Steam achievements, I'm missing Shira's, Yvonne's, Apris's, and Shear's normal ending, and 3 hidden achievements. That's what's showing to me, anyway. I, in fact, don't actually want to know what's up there until we get there, Drag. This is gonna take a guide, I think, at this point. Right, is that... Right, where's... Okay, there is a bad end for Varen. That's what I thought. I'm guessing that we're going to have to fill in all of these before this unlocks. Okay, right. It's make the deal with Varen. Do I have a save for that? Is it this one? It is! There we go. Fine, Varen, deal. I do not want to do this. But hey. I love people who don't overthink things and know what they want in life. Now that that's established, I'm feeling generous today. I'll let you choose. What form would you rather get down and dirty with? The real me, or the actress me? The actress you? Wait, you'd like to sleep with me while being in the body of a man? Do you have a problem with that? Well, wouldn't that be weird for you? Using a guy's body to do this kind of thing, I mean? Why would it be weird? Sweetie, I've been stuck with Apris for years now. You honestly don't think I haven't gotten used to it by now. Doing it while being a guy does feel different, but it's definitely not something to complain about. And hell, I enjoy having people squirm underneath me. Being male has its perks. I'm not sure I want to do this, Varen. What about Apris? What about him? How does he feel about you using his body in such a way? He's not conscious when I take control. What the eye doesn't see, the heart can't grieve over. So, he doesn't even know you've been using his body in such ways? Well, he might have some ideas. He's not that stupid. Just don't get me wrong, doing things the way I am right now can be just as fun. I may not have some obvious body parts that would make things a tad easier for us, but I do have a pretty flexible tail. I'm not sure I want to do this, Varen! I can do all sorts of magic with it. Yeah, TMI! Right? So, which is it going to be, Mariko? Do I want this ending? Okay, the guide says that stay the way you are comes with a CG, but it's otherwise the same as the other option. Is the ending worth it? Given that I've been straight up avoiding any of the steamy parts, is it even worth it? Like there are, I assume, CGs that we do not have. I am going to make the assumption of. Yeah, I don't think we are going for a 100% completion of CGs. Because I assume we have been skipping some. actually, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Have we? I'm just gonna save, and I'm just gonna... shoot, I can't back out to the... There we go. It's an interesting question, right? CG gallery? Maybe not. Okay. I guess we haven't actually been skipping some... We've just been skipping steamy text, I guess. Okay. That was just a thought in passing. What about the other galleries? Oh, wait a second. That is a good question. How are we doing? Background gallery. Ooh, we're missing one. Yeah, icon art just brings it over to this part, huh? Huh. Alright, fine, we'll have a CG. Stay the way you are. Oh, did my tail intrigue you? Or are my curves simply more appealing to you than actresses? Not that it really matters to me. Though I'm flattered nonetheless. Come on, let's go back to the mansion and have some fun. I actually agreed to this. Getting cold feet already. Here, let me help you. I'll be sure to distract your mind from any pesky doubts you might still have. Shit! She just bit my neck! What is she... Hey, I liked that dress. You'll find yourself a new one. I'm not sure I want to voice Baron anymore. We're just gonna... we're just gonna skip this. I don't want this. This never happened. We didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. There are some things that I do not want to voice on stream. Let's look on the bright side, at least she didn't kill me. She probably is going to. I mean, yes, Varen doesn't wear any clothes. Oh dear. Everybody, you'll have to be more specific than that. Varen, did you... Well, I promised to get you out of here, and I'm planning to stick to my word. Your pesky friends were never mentioned. You can't be serious. Feel free to look for them. I got creative and hid them in all kinds of interesting places. Don't tell me she killed everyone. Look on the bright side, love. At least Apris is still alive. I would have a hard time getting rid of him, considering. You still want to get out of here, right? Once you're done blaming yourself for something you might have probably averted, come outside. I could have... This was her plan all along, wasn't it? Are all lost souls gathered here with us today? Wonderful. Here's a question. Have any of you tried simply walking through the barrier? Oh, there we go. Yes, off you go. You're the only remaining human inside the barrier right now. Once you step outside, the barrier should dissolve. I can still feel it pulsing just as intensely as before. I just didn't even think to try to get any closer than that. It simply felt dangerous to do so. It's like trying to get closer to a magnetic field while being pushed in the other direction. But if I can actually... I can't believe this. I'm outside and the barrier is... This means she really did kill everyone. And it's all my fault. If only I hadn't agreed to that deal of hers. And now we're going to get killed as well. Where are you hiding, that son of a bitch? If you don't surrender him to me, I'm going to kill every last one of you assholes. My. Okay, we saw this before. Yep. Except this time we die. Yep. That... I thought you would dodge that. Well, my bad. I already got what I wanted from you, though. So it's not like I'm going to cry over this unfortunate turn of events. Verin, you bitch! You tricked me! I'm a demon, Mariko. It's what I do. This is beautiful. How does it feel, little Anne? How does it feel knowing you just killed your whole family with your own hands? There are no clues to be found in Verin's room. Yeah, that ending was almost worth it for the very end part of it. Almost, but not. So anyway, we won't be doing anything like that again. We need the normal ends, don't we? Right, this is good. This is going to be a guide thing. Because I don't know I don't know how to not romance them. Actually, there probably is a point, isn't there? Okay, yeah, it is a branching point, right. Do I have a good save for these branching points? Has Kalla played too much romance? Yes. Okay, it does actually look like it's like just one choice. Yes, I am too good at the flirt. In visual novels and not in real life. Okay. Do I have... I think it might be this one. Ta-da! I did make a save at the branching point. Apparently, hugs are the way forward. Does alcohol make you turn all touchy-feely? Do you have a problem with that? Are you kidding? Yay for Mariko hugs, I say. Also, yes, we're doing Shearer's now because I need to I need an end to this stream that isn't that very end. So we're going to go be friendly with Shearer again. Well, be friendly with Shearer and not be romancy with Shearer. Her laugh, is she drunk already? We should drink together more often. I mean it. You've been the greatest problem-solving partner I could hope for. I'm glad this mansion got to witness our beautiful teamwork. Oh, Shirapoo. We barely finished a glass and you're already saying all kinds of embarrassing things. Screw that. Let's get wasted. We are gonna feel it in the morning. And we find the soul stone at the bottom of the bottle. There we go. Maybe you just drank more of the wine than I did. Hmm? Should we just go to sleep then? I guess. Shit. How are you feeling? Like I just said, like shit. I told you we were going to feel it in the morning. Someone get me some goddamn water. Don't move. Yep, drank too much. Got a hangover. Hey, Marco? Hey. Are you here on your own? Yeah, Empress is outside, somewhere. Yvonne spent the past hours researching the stone you found. Shear's also with her. I see. How are you holding up? I told you not to worry about me. How are you and Shearer doing? Well, Shearer's currently fighting with the hangover of her life. Have you guys been drinking? You know, considering the situation we're in, I'm actually amazed all of us didn't get the idea to try getting wasted yet. Wouldn't that be a party? Mariko? Is Shearer not with you? Hey, Shear, she's still upstairs. I see. Yvonne managed to figure out how to make the stone work. She told me to call you over. Some good news at least. Thanks, Shear. We'll be there in a moment. Also, Marco! This whole time, you've known how that thing works. Damn it. Yvonne didn't need to do an entire night's worth of work. And go get Shearer for this too, Mariko. She'll be pissed if she misses out on something crucial, right? Oh, she got dressed. Here, Shearer, I brought you some water. You're a lifesaver, thanks. How does he explain how he knew? Yeah, good point. Good point. It would be kind of suspicious if he... How are you feeling? Still like shit, but at least I didn't puke all over the carpet yet. And you know, drinking that wine actually managed to trigger some of my memories, I think. I still don't remember much, but I finally figured out what felt so out of place to me when Shear mentioned how she'd remembered her name. Something felt out of place to you back then? Yeah, it somehow felt like I was there with her when it happened. I think we were working at a tavern together. Shear and you? Yeah. And anything more than that, it's still all hazy. So, you two are connected. Well, it's good you're remembering something. Maybe everything will come back to us eventually. Yeah, it would be nice to know how we actually ended up here. So far, everything's still just one big mystery. So frustrating. Well, Yvonne just figured out how to make the stone work. She did? She told us to gather in the library, so I came to fetch you. What are we standing around here for then? You should have said so from the start. Come on, let's go. Yvonne? We've listened to this explanation before. Ah, there we go. So it goes the same to this point then. So, what now? Why don't we take care of your debt problem first? That one should be less time-consuming to settle. And what about Mariko? I'll come back before it gets dark. She should be fine for another day or two. Are you sure? Don't worry, Mariko. The spell has been recast on you a few hours ago. What? When? When Shearer and I were sleeping? How does Fearthorn know about this? Because Marco. Well then. You know how it goes. Don't set the place on fire while I'm gone. It's burned down once already. Fearthor. There are things I want to ask you. I'm sure you do. Don't worry, we'll talk later. You know, I'm actually kind of sad it's over. The whole danger aside, our mystery-solving adventures were kind of fun while they lasted. Is this goodbye? Will I ever see my favourite partner again? Oh, Shira. Don't make it sound like that. It's not like we'll never get to see each other again. I'm still not sure what's going on between Theodore, Shear, and you. But I would love to pay you a visit sometime. After being stuck in this mansion for so long, a change of scenery would be nice. You're welcome to visit the mansion any time too, of course. Awesome! I could bring some of my favourite novels over next time. I'm sure you'll like at least some of them. Oh yes, you definitely need to show me those. We new best friends have to stick together, right? Maybe we'll still manage to solve some of the mysteries that didn't get solved. Double D going back in action? Oh yeah. I'll look forward to it then. Also, my dad makes the best drinks. Come on over if you ever need a stronger one. Oh yeah, Truan's definitely better. There are no clues on Shira's normal/true route. Well, we already knew that. Yay! Shira's normal ending. Back to the start menu. Let's go look at that screen again. Boop. Yeah, we definitely have to fill in these things before whatever this is unlocks, right? Well, we'll do that next time, I guess. One more SoulSet stream. Probably. Thank you very much for coming. It's been mostly fun. Let's just forget that very end ever happened. If you're new here and you've enjoyed your time, please consider subscribing to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. That's linked in the description box. The streaming schedule for the channel goes up both over there on social media and over here on YouTube in the posts tab of the channel. Did I remember to do it? Yes. Okay. It is in fact there. And the next scheduled stream is Wednesday, 7 PM for some more Pokemon Legends ZA as we get into the post-game. So, hope to see you then, or another time. Once again, thank you very much for coming. And this is Kalla signing out. See ya! Bye-bye!